Well, I think we initially started. What I think is kind of cool. I've done one of these before. I'm sure Kim has too, but Kimberly has too. But one of the things that I know that it's someone kind of has to start. And for me, I was the first person who started because in our writing schedule, I had room to go ahead and start. And Kimberly was still working on another book. I think she was finishing up or maybe revisions. And so I'm the person who started first. And I think you kind of have to do that. You have to have like a starting point or a working point to kind of launch the story. So I started first. We did a lot of emails, and I think I'm pretty much sure that I finished and completed my entire novella before Kim started hers. So I sent all of our jointed scenes. We had extensive conversations on our characters, how we envisioned our characters, because I had to kind of guess and then wait for Kim to fill in the blanks. But that's part of a cool process that makes a cool experience for the reader.
In this particular project, we were given a lot of autonomy. So Liz and I mean, they told us what they were looking for in the loosest, structure possible, and then they let us fill in the really big gaps.
Yeah. We knew, I think, that what each story was I knew. We didn't even know who was writing what story. Kimberly and I decided that. They said they wanted one to be, they wanted them to be connected in some way. They wanted firemen. I believe they said distinctly firemen. And then they wanted the stories to connect in some way. And I think that was pretty much it. I mean, they wanted like a cabin thing. So they did know they wanted the cabin thing. But everything else, all the characters, the location, the setting, all that, we brainstormed that together. Well, this is my first Blaze. So I've been primarily writing for Supers. I've written a couple other titles for other publishers, but this is my very first Blaze. So I really went to Kimberly and talked to her for a while on how to do that, because since it's my first one, I wasn't quite sure. I mean, to be quite honest, I haven't had a lot of time for reading outside of, kind of what I was writing. And so I wasn't that familiar with Blaze. I'd read some Blazes, but it had been a while. So Kimberly was a nice guide for that. I have another Blaze that's coming out in February. So this is a little bit of a learning curve for me, because I've never really written anything quite as hot as this is. So yeah, it was a little different for me going from super romance to Blaze, because this is, I was like a Blaze virgin. So it was my first time. And Kim was gentle with me. So